Hello and welcome to chapter 219 of our streaming adventure. Had I actually been paying attention, we would be playing in a prelim right now. But okay, so I was watching Anurag's stream, and he was watching them preview new cards because there hasn't been a new Magic set in a while, so they had to show previews of the next set. And in watching that, and I was looking up lists on Goldfish, and I was like, oh, that's an interesting card. I like this list. Oh, this list has White Splash. I like Prismatic Ending. And I'm going back and forth. And then I look up, and it's like 601, and I'm like, oh, nice job, dummy, for just flat out missing the event that I had planned to. I had to cross out on my page because I had Legacy Prelim already written out, and I had to cross it out and say, no, you're playing in a league instead because you're dumb. No, Q. I am not going to be able to play in the end of the month Mana Traders event, so I didn't think it necessarily made sense to play against friends and mess with their qualification, if that makes sense. And also, it's not looked, I shouldn't just join to concede to people to pump their numbers up, because that's just shady in the first place. So I didn't think it made sense to try to play any true vintage. Now, also beyond that, Anurag has an event on Saturday that any of his subscribers get entry to on MTG Melee. And so there's going to be a legacy event on Saturday that I am planning to play in. And I tried Blue Red Delver on Tuesday, and that went poorly. Now, I don't want to say I got sniped, but I feel like if someone talks about putting on a tournament and then sits there in the queues and farms you. No, I tried to play Blue Red Delver. I'm not the strongest player with Blue Red Delver, and so not necessarily knowing what lines, and I feel like their deck was set up to beat up on me, and it did so twice. So I wanted to try something different. I have liked the lands kind of shell that has gone on before, and I thought it would be interesting to... I saw a deck that had performed well with Valakut Exploration, and when we were doing the vintage... We were playing like vintage lands, and we had Fast Bond and stuff there. I really liked Exploration. I don't know if this is necessarily going to translate, but I think I'm willing to try. Now, the only thing is, I don't know. I don't know if white, let's say, is needed. Like the ability to have removal that a normal lands deck wouldn't have, and you would just have to race. I like the idea of the white for Prismatic Ending and Swords to Plowshares to potentially deal with problems you might not be able to otherwise. I find that interesting. I think Prismatic Ending is a ridiculously powerful card. It might make more sense to be a green-white lands deck. I think I've tried that before. I feel like I've played green-white lands and enjoyed it. Like, we played Maverick. Yeah, we did. We went green-white depths and we 5-0'd. I would say I enjoyed that. Maybe that's what this needs to be instead of... Like, I think I'm letting myself be tricked by the, what is it? I've heard it described as like the danger of cool things. And it's like, oh, Valakut exploration, that seems cool. I want to do that. Maybe I don't need to. It also lets me have Pyroblast, Red Elemental Blast, stuff like that. But, well, let's try to play a league. Let's see how the league goes. If I just get dumpstered, then obviously, like, I was sitting in the queue. I was ready to hit the join button, but I needed the last cards. So I went back and I did the Mana Traders, and I came back, and I'm watching Anurag on the stream, and I look back, and it had already started. And I'm like, killing me, Smalls. So yeah. I am willing to try this Nihilist, but fully open to just making it a green-white list. Because I do find Prismatic Ending... Prismatic Ending seems pretty sweet. Now, that's the other thing is, the green-red lands deck I saw had the old Sarkhan Vol that, like, gives your creatures haste, or can steal a creature and give it haste, or you pump it enough times and then you get dragons. All of those seem kind of wild. I asked in my team group, okay, we have won the die roll. So we have Exploration and Flagstones of Trocaire. I'm on the play? They mulligan to 6. I really wish I had a second green mana. I could start with Elvish Reclaimer. And I'm curious, I did look through and I was like, why is there Temple Garden in my deck? Temple Garden is in the deck due to Field of the Dead. Yes, Basic Swamp. Now, hear me out. We could Exploration into another land, but I think that's greedy now. I like the fact that we can respond to something with Reclaimer. What really sucks is the Bojuka Bog is in our hand. Ooh. We could get a Karakas. Oh, damn! Okay. So, yes. We have to get get Plateau. Then I can have anything I want. Do you have Rishadan? I do not have Rishadan Port. I did not even think about getting an extra mana source, so that's on me. Okay. I could have got... No, it could only get plain, so I could not have gotten Taiga. Dark Confidant. You got it. Okay. You can put back. I like to target this. When Flagstones of Trocare is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, you may search for planes, put it on the battlefield, tap, and then shuffle. Can I Thespian Stage to copy Flagstones? Keep this one. Stoneforge Mystic. Okay. Him. Oh no, not my duplicate enchantments. Okay. Choose one to keep. I choose this one. Hey, it's a Dark Depths. Pay black, green. Play this one. If I play out this other Flagstones, I guess it just shuffles for me, right? You drew a Batterskull. That's gotta hurt. All right. One down. They were stuck on lands. That's bad for them. Okay. Based on the Dark Confident Stoneforge package, I would have figured Wastelands would be good. Bojuka Bog I could see as weak. Blast Zone potentially clearing out 2 drops. I could see Prismatic Ending be worthwhile. Pyroblast, no. Choke, no. Endurance. Either Wear, Tear, or Force of Vigor. Oh, I was only able to get 1 Force of Vigor with the rental account. Or, no, do I own this Force of Vigor? I think I own 1 Force of Vigor, and I was not able to get another one. It was not available to rent. So I put in a Wear Tear. I mean, they have equipment. I don't know that they necessarily are going to have enchantments, though. And if I'm holding removal in my hand, I'm going to fall prey to Hymn to Turok. So yeah, right now I could see Bojuka Bog out, Prismatic Ending in. Tabernacle is just something to have around to be rotated into. I think the Punishing Fires are okay. Valakut Exploration is maybe... I could trim a Valakut to give myself a Force of Vigor. At least then I have an answer. I mean, you have Prismatic Endings. Like, that's true. That is also an answer. But Mox Diamond would let me get up to 5 colors. Okay. On the draw. How many lands are in my deck? 30 lands? Why do I always like worry about, I don't want to be mana screwed, and I play the 30 land deck. I mean, turn 1 Exploration, Sylvan Library, keep. They mulled the 5. Like, are they looking for something in particular, or is it just going poorly for them? Dark Ritual, Dark Confidant, Thoughtseize. Nope. Okay. Play a Thespian Stage. Play a Sylvan Library. Show me what you're working with. Swords of Plowshares, okay. You gotta respect the 2020. Stoneforge Mystic. This is a good couple cards to have. Kaldra Complete, that thing's gonna wreck me. Okay, Valakut Exploration. So they do have white. We would need them to play, whenever this deals combat damage to a creature, exile that creature. So right now, we need to hit a way to deal with the Kaldra. Truthfully. Knowing that they have swords. Drawing like Punishing Fire would be terrific. At least I could take out the Stoneforge. You know. Take out the Stoneforge. We're going to see what these next 2 cards are. I think I have to, because by playing a land, I'm going to get a reveal. I think I have to do it that way. Because if I could reveal a Punishing Fire off my 2 lands here, I still have a chance with this plateau. Field of the Dead. That's not going to be enough. If I play Wasteland and I reveal a Punishing Fire, am I going to wish that I had... I can't cast that elf. Nope, can't. You need to reveal Kaldra Complete to your... That's the smart way to do it. Take 7, I'm at 3, so I cannot pay more for exploration. Does this has trample? That's just. Is it legendary? It is not legendary. One, two, three, 4. I would play 5, 6. Need to have 7 different lands. If I can play an additional... I don't think I can get enough blockers. I'm going to play a land to exile Caracas. One, two, three, 4, 5. Prismatic Ending. And then I just die to regular damage? That's brutal. Do they have any 13 drops on their side? Okay, so... Kaldra Complete is a complete problem. Theoretically, if I set up spheres and stuff, I might be able to tax them from doing anything? No, we had plenty of outs. I think this Force of Vigor is just not good enough. If they go and get the right thing, Force of Vigor is just not good enough. I think that's a way to look at that. So then do I want... Give me a blocker. How about like a sneak attack blocker would be nice. Maybe another one? Do I want another blocker? Mazes of Ith? I'll turn a Maze of... No, I could turn the Caracas into an Endurance. Whatever, I'll just... Let me go Turbo Endurance. Endurance has to be good. Flash in... Turn 1. This, Taiga. I have 1 Taiga? That's a little scary. Dark Ritual. Liliana. So, deck list check. I could, if I drew another land, I can Punishing Fire Reclaim. These Dark Rituals from them have been Bitter Blossom. That could be problematic. Okay. So what's my best setup here? I could get Valakut Exploration in play. And then worry about that kind of getting me off. I could crop rotate. Punishing Fire. No. I have plenty of answers. I have Prismatic Endings. Yep, you may have a 1/1. Theoretically, should I have converted? No, I think I would rather crop rotate once Valakut Exploration is there, because that's what's going to give me the extra land drops. That's my intent anyway. Opponent is considering their triggers. Even so, I have wasted much more clock than they have, so they are not playing slow by any means. Confidant, Stoneforge, Liliana, Bitter Blossom. I mean, I don't necessarily know what their deck is doing necessarily, but they've had their basics. They have been resilient. We could say that. Excuse me. Okay. Crop rotation, you say? Mox Diamond that I cannot use. I can blow this up at 3, but it doesn't do me good. So obviously, or I should say, I don't want to blow it up at that level. We could crank the blast zone to. I think we take up the blast zone to 2. That handles Bitter Blossom, handles Stoneforge, handles Dark Confidant, variety of friends. I'm somehow a 3/4 already due to shenaniganry. Agreed? I took 1 Mazavith out. Let's charge. That's kind of brutal. I mean, I like it. Swords. Maybe I should have held the Tabernacle, because why wouldn't you block, right? That was poor. That was a poor decision. Welcome to Jeremy's house of poor decisions. Oh. They're probably like, well, I don't understand. He played a Tabernacle and then just attacked. I forgot that was a thing. So I'm no longer going to deal with that. We're going to give him some options, it seems like. Oh, they thought they had to pay for both of them. That's not how the stack... That's not how things trigger there. Yes, please. Let's get a plateau. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do not steal the land I want to go get, please. Is this till my turn? Oh, that card is awesome. All right, well... Let's put another one of those in play. Okay, we're going to start with... Trigger, 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 trigger. Exploration. Yeah, this is only match 1 because I kind of messed up my plans earlier. I think this is interesting, but at the same time, I think I tried to get a little too complicated. I tried to get a little too cute, and I'm trying to do 3 color lands when I probably only need 2 color, if that makes sense. Plus, I got a late start. This is only match number 1. Like, I think the white for Swords to Plowshares, Flagstone's interaction with Reclaimer, and I think Prismatic Ending is kind of amazing. So I almost want to play like 4 Prismatic Ending deck. Like I played a green-white I played a green-white Reclaimer list before and went 5-0. I don't see why I kind of don't go back to a green-white depths list. What's that one? Sylvan Library. All right, so this can get a basic. Oh, I sacrificed basic forest. Yes. So I don't know. I think I may be trying to be too cute, but overall, I think it's interesting. Okay, so there's a grove. There's another Valakut exploration. I mean, what's funny is I'm going to build up this army of zombies, and then I'm going to sacrifice the tabernacle to Elvish Reclaimer, I think. Because that's the other thing is I can't power this I can't tap the tabernacle for anything right now. That doesn't seem the greatest. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Yeah. Well, Yavimaya, the new kind of green Urborg. The green Urborg would let me tap the tabernacle, and I think that could be crazy. That could be insane. Okay. I would like to use this one. So we found a swords. We found another Reclaimer. Oh, I'm willing to just hit you for 5. No attacks. Okay, opponent's at 12. Unfortunately for them, I think they had to mulligan in this game, and the way they stacked it, they tried to pay more for guys than they need to. Caracas for them. Okay. Paying costs. Turok. Whenever an opponent discards a card, put a +1/+1. When it enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, target opponent discards 2 cards at random. Okay. I kind of don't care about that because I can get it back. Because I'm going to cash in this tabernacle. And it's only a 3. I can still kill it. GG's, opponent. Alright. Well, we're 1-0 somehow. Potentially due to just things kind of going our way. But, like, obviously, Valakut exploration combined with regular exploration. It's like exploration inception. Explanception. Strike that. I like that combination. When I've done fast bond shenanigans, I know how exploration can kind of spiral out of control. At the same time, maybe if I didn't worry about the punishing fire aspect of it, then again, it's kind of just thrown in here. It's not, I have a couple groves, I have a couple punishing fires. It's not a main tactic. It's one of those, oh yeah, by the way, this ends up helping me along the way. I think all of that is fine. I would wonder if it was only green white and it maxed on like the prismatic endings. Are there matchups where prismatic ending in Legacy is not going to do me any good? Bant control, yeah. But even in Bant control, Sylvan Library, Doomsday exists. I'm thinking, what matchups that what matchups that lands are poor against do you need to shore up? And I would say theoretically lands is going to be good against those aggro styles. Be able to put out a quick 20/20, things like that. I do wonder if am I saying, oh, I would really like prismatic ending, but I'm putting it into a deck that's already good against that style? I might be like, is it ending up? Is it a win more in the situation I'm using it? That's plausible. Because like the kinds of decks I'm going to have trouble with are like Storm that I mentioned, and like that's what you want Sphere of Resistance for. And I saw there are Sphere of Resistance main in a couple lands lists that have done well. So like, look at this. This don't seem great, but it depends on what are they playing, right? Prismatic ending could be great, or it could be garbage. So they're going to get the chance to play first. I mean, depending on what they play, that would inform me on, you know, what style of hand to keep. I don't know. Hope it's good. Badland? Oh no, are you the Root Wallet deck? Oh, Bojuka Bog! Save me! Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think I might. Yeah, Schultz. I think Schultz is right. I think this should have been. I was trying to be greedy, and I think I think instead of greedy, I'm just kind of dumb here. All right, I am. Play Badlands. Once upon a time, get a Bloodstained Mire. I have not, but I'm pretty sure I should go read them. Because if I remember correctly, Schultz, we played in Vintage Mana Traders, and you were kind of going off crazy, and you had both Bazaar and Mishra's Workshop, and it was awesome. That is what I remember. Awesome, yeah. That was fun. I don't know. I feel like I'm going to guess Maze of Ith has the least amount to do. That's probably not true. We're doing great over here. So I need to read up on Ollie's articles on lands. If you could send me in the general direction, where do second land per turn is my playstyle. I like that. All right, can we catch them with potential for? See, that's the thing, is those guys don't even go to the graveyard. What I was hoping for would be to catch somebody with a crop rotation. We can still blast zone these idiots. Aaron, there comes a time where I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, wait. That's all the time. Now, I don't want to say this is in any way related, but Aaron showed up and I got hit with a hollow one. What the crap? So I could, if I play another Mox Diamond, I could also start to Prismatic Ending these idiots. Overall, I'm pretty good. I turned 40 because I am old, and JP's wife put together a surprise party for me that I absolutely did not expect, and actually salvaged my mental state when I was really, really, really not feeling very good. And so she is awesome. I love my wife. That's true. I do have a 2020, don't I? Thank you, Schultz. I was not thinking about that. I was trying to figure out how I'm going to clear these root wallas instead of giving myself a 2020, which I literally just was not thinking. Okay, to be fair, I ate cornbread for a solid 2 weeks. To the point where certain functions were very regular. Yeah, one of the things about the birthday party was that, oh, you jerk. Okay. That is true. There were no problems doing that, I'll tell you. Hey, you got any flyers over there? Hey, hello, Chef Piggy. So, thanks to Schultz for the heads up, not realizing I had a 2020 on deck. Cheers. But yeah, overall, I have relished in my being old, and for a while had actually not been streaming, but I think I have been pretty regular about Tuesday, Thursday. Quick question, do I play MMOs? I don't define what an MMO is, because I'm pretty sure I don't and or never have. Is that if that is like Warcraft, stuff like that, right? I've never been one to play those. Lots of my friends do, but I myself never did get into it. So I thought they were making one, and then they ended up like they were gonna make one, and then like it fell apart. I thought. Okay, our opponent is on Graveyard Shenanigans. Pyroblast doesn't do me any good. Do I want... Is Prismatic Ending the right thing against... It can kill random idiots. Is this a Punishing Fire out? Tabernacle could still be... I feel like Blast Zone is probably... Yeah, like Aaron is saying, I thought it was already on the way out. Like I had heard about it, but it didn't end up it didn't scratch anyone's itch that wanted it. If that's the right way to say. I don't know that I'm not necessarily sure. All right, my thought here is oh yeah, JP's wife is watching some Murder, She Wrote right now. I believe she found it on, is it on Peacock? That she found the seasons she needed. So JP's wife is watching that. Is Prismatic Ending good? I mean, it's a keep Punishing Fire, get rid of the Prism. I can see that. It's not. This won't scale the same way. I'll try it that way. So we have no acceleration. They're gonna play like Burning Inquiry, and I'm gonna throw away all my cards. So I feel like this is a mulligan, and they're keeping 7, so you know their hand is gas. If at least I even had something to go with Endurance, but I don't even have that. So the fact there's no acceleration, honestly, I don't even have a plan here. Okay, this is the other end of that spectrum. Single show. I have heard of Sex and the City. I know that there are characters in it, but I don't know that I could tell you anybody that's in it. We're on the draw, at least. I think I want to pitch the extra life from the loam. Is that wrong? So I'm keeping, but I think I want to throw away the extra life from the loam just to get something going with Elvish Reclaimer. If I'm allowed to. No, I know it's about people I don't care about. Like, that is my synopsis of Sex and the City is 4 women living their best lives, and I don't care about them. Like, I don't know how much more succinct I could be. What did I do wrong? Obviously a lot. Schultz, I don't know if you're upset that I am making fun of Sex and the City or that I am playing poorly. That's the only thing. You hold the Mox, play it when I draw my sec. That would make more sense. I was just trying. I don't know what I was going for here. Like, I just played the Grove out. The Grove I know I have. No, and don't feel bad at all. I welcome criticism because, spoilers, I don't really know what I'm doing here. I'm trying to learn a new deck, and there are certainly people that know more than me about it. So feel free to chime in. I don't believe I have a big delay, but I think there is some sort of delay to the stream. So, like, that's why I tend to talk in my stream of consciousness style. You know? And unfortunately, you can't always stop this train wreck from happening. All right, so they're pitching a Root Walla. So they have one Root Walla. Do you have another creature? Do you have a hollow one? You're casting a Putrid Imp. I don't currently have any lands, so I don't feel bad about... My thought here is I want to stop the Vengevine coming in. I could shuffle up Endurance by pitching a Crop Rotation, and then I can clean up. I think we Endurance pitch Crop Rotation. See, I got there. I figured I don't have that land anyway. I've already put a Life from the Loam on the bottom, so I don't necessarily want to lose my other one. Okay, my boy dies. You have a Putrid Imp. They had another Blade... No, because that wouldn't have worked. I was going to say, could they potentially throw away another Root Walla, another Vengevine and Trigger, but technically this is the third card, so then Vengevine doesn't count anymore. Glad I got a Swords for that, bozo. I just got a message that there's a baby deer hanging outside. All right. Land. That is a great land. I think we're in business now. I think we can afford to take a hit to start to set ourselves up with flagstones. And then we can follow up having Swords protection. Everything's coming up, Millhouse. I could have gotten Tabernacle right away. You are correct. Bravo, Jeremy, for not doing that. I'm thinking... because they can pump. I would not necessarily get enough creatures in the graveyard to pump. They can pay the red on these, and I rather would have had to pay them to keep them alive. So this would only put one land or two lands in. That's not enough. Okay. He puts the land into play tapped. They both put the lands into play tapped. They only have 2 cards in hand. They did not choose to pump, which I'll admit I'm surprised. Okay. Yes. Let's get a Savannah. If I were to get... oh, I would worry about Blast Zone killing me. Get Maze of Ith. All right, so I can Life from the Loam for the lands. I Life from the Loam for the lands. Get a flagstone in play, but I won't. That'll at least let me swords if I have to. I can threaten turning myself into a 3/4. I can just slow roll my way here into the 2020. Like I could get a Thespian stage, and then I could get a Dark Depths if I'm willing to wait. Get a stage in that. See, I'm figuring my way into draw 2 cards, discard 2. Field of the Dead, true. Flaring Pain. Damage can't be prevented. Okay. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt by that creature this turn. Alright, well, this is just rude. This Pithing Needle, they'll be able to prevent what I'm doing. I think I have a plan here. So my game plan here is if I go and get a Blast Zone, I'm threatening to wipe everything they have, including the Pithy Needle, but it also distracts them with what to target. They could just name Maze of Ith. Okay. See? I tricked them. Okay. They're going to flashback Searing Pain here. No, they're not. Take 4. All right, so I don't have a way to get extra plays, but all right, I have a plan. So my thought was I was going to get flagstones and blow it up, so that I can still do that. Now, my thought was right now, blow it up and go get. I was going to blow the land and go get Tabernacle right now. Is that crazy? Keeping Maze of Ith up? Because then I still have Maze of Ith to protect myself. They can't even keep all of their guys, and if they want to keep their guys, I can still maze one away. Okay, so they pump all, or they keep all of these. I prevent on Hollow One, and they pump the others. Or that they would have to have a land to be able to even pump the others. Flaring Pain flashback is single red. They could have, what's the spirit guide? I'll pay my upkeep. Dredge. We dredge and we hit nothing. I'd like that one, please, for... Except this time now I can declare blocks. Don't I need one more land from Field of the Dead? No, because the way the flagstones trigger will give me a Temple Garden, right? So the question is, do I slow roll and build up? I like that idea. Start stripping some of their colored sources so that they can't keep their people in play. Still nothing. One, two... I think I still have Savannah in there. Or I could have just played Wasteland and taken their other source if I was paying attention. Come on, Jeremy. Ghost Quarter. I think they probably have. Okay, Burning Inquiry. You're going to throw away my Life from the Loam. Yeah, I'm going to dredge the crap out of this. Is there any benefit to? No. Punishing Fire. They threw away not much. We still have Bajuka Bog. Field of the Dead is now in the graveyard, so I can't get it. Well, I can pick it up. And Savannah. We did not hit Savannah either. So I think I'm going to transmute the flagstones into Savannah and Stage. Okay. I knew it existed. I just had to pull the card from out of my head. Hey, another win. Slowly but surely, but slowly, I think we're getting there. So, Schultz, what do you think of the white here? I think I might have been mumbling to myself before you came in. Is having the white for prismatic ending and swords and stuff, if I were to go green-white, is prismatic ending and stuff like that, is it like win more? Is it helping matchups that are already good? And is that why green-red is maybe better for Valakut Exploration or the Pyroblast in the sideboard? I'm thinking I like the idea of prismatic ending, but I don't necessarily want to pile on, if that makes any sense. Lost the Overkill. I mean, that makes sense to me. They are keeping 7. I mean, this feels pretty good. If I play Exploration, I don't have the ability to... I think I keep this. I feel like it has stuff going on. Okay. Glistener Elf. Why didn't you put Wasteland? I should have put Wasteland in play. I should have put Wasteland in play. So hear me out. I want to go Exploration Wasteland and Wasteland them. Is that wrong? Or should I just play a Reclaimer? Get a Reclaimer online? And then I can follow up later? Well, no, my thought is, it's not that I think they'll counter it. I'm just, do I want to... I'm saying, should I have wastelanded them in, the presence of days or whatever, or before they can get a second threat in play, or do I save my wasteland for Inkmoth Nexus? See, should I have prevented that? When I say like 6 different things and you end up saying yes, I don't know. I don't know how to approach that. So I'm not going to be able to block. Should I could go get, what do you call it? Maze of Ith if they go for something. If I have to. They had the tropical anyway. Oh, it comes in tapped, you idiot. I'm not as used to them as I feel like I should be. That's true. I do not have Chasm available to me. So I kind of want to start working towards stage. I don't know if that is correct. To work towards stage Dark Depths. So I don't currently have mana. I can't currently block. If I were to get Flagstone. Could they have Elvish Spirit Guide? They could just have Invigorate. I wasn't even thinking of Invigorate. So I already have Stage. If I get Wasteland, that can take the Nexus off the table. Why did you pick the other one up? Because I want value, obviously. I wasn't... They could just get, what is the green, you can't target my stuff card? I should have gotten Wasteland already. That was my own problem. That. So now, yeah, I can't target it, and I just die. Yeah, that was just poor. That was just poor. At some point, I should have had Tabernacle. I should have had some sort of Tabernacle. That was just poor. All right. So my thought is I want Prismatic Endings. Do I potentially want this Pyroblast, Red Elemental Blast to fight? Do I want it to fight counters? Maybe I do. We have mazes. Is Valakut Exploration just slow? That I need to rely... Do I want Choke? I think if I would have Wastelanded to catch the Tropical before Blighted Agent was in play, that might have made a difference, but not necessarily. So my thought is bring in a Prismatic Ending, bring in some red counterplay, and take out Karakas, Bog, and Valakuts. That's where I'm thinking, because the Blast Zone maybe does something. I'll try that. Now, we only have 2 crop rotations. Maybe that's not enough. Pass. So my thought here, if we can just keep Wasteland, Life from the Loam going, that seems okay. And then we can follow that up with the Tabernacle to clear everybody else up. That seems reasonable in my head. Do they have surgical? Do they have, that graveyard exiling? They probably do. Or they don't. Spoilers, I have another one. I didn't even think to sideboard in endurances. Might have been good. I already have Thespian Stage. Let's go get a Dark Depths. That's pretty good. Got him. Okay. So we know they have Force of Vigor. We know maybe I should be playing Endurance just for the blocker. That way I can sit back. That doesn't feel very good. Do I want something like Sphere of Resistance? I feel like Sphere of Resistance doesn't feel like it would be good against them. Although they don't have that much mana. If I can get the Wasteland party going, it makes all of our stuff more expensive. Yeah, I'm wondering, is that the right approach? Or this kind of constrain them on mana approach seems like it makes sense. Especially, I think it would be different if I'm not going to be on the draw for the third game. Being on the draw for the third one makes the Sphere plan less impressive. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go with this. So we're going to have removal. So we have Wasteland, Ghost Quarter, Field of the Dead, but we have no way to deal with something in play. Well, that's not true. We have Swords to Plowshares, Pyroblast, and Elvish Reclaimer. We just can't cast any of those things, and they are keeping 7, which makes me think they have a turn 1 play. If they have a turn 1 play, I think I need more than this. So they play something turn 1. I can try to... Snow-covered forest. All right, you can't strip snow-covered forests. I can put a Reclaimer to block, force them to waste a pump spell. What gives trample that I'm not thinking of? I guess, yeah, they don't have tropical. There's no days happening. They have Pendelhaven, though. Didn't consider Pendelhaven. Do they just have Invigorate, and I'm stupid? Yep. Just have Invigorate. I should have just blocked. I should have blocked, and then next turn I could have Crop Rotation protected by Red Elemental Blast. That's just my own fault. That is not... That is inexperience and not giving them credit. I think it's as simple as that. Ay. Classic Jeremy. What is... Well, I would say so far this is kind of going better than I thought it would. We haven't truly run into the matchups that I can say that I expect this weekend. On the play, our opponent was last seen playing Azorius Karn Echoes. Well, I like them a lot. But we can't keep this, because we can't cast anything. Well... Ship this, turn 2. Now, that's the thing is, what if they're not playing that? You know? What if they exile Simeon's Spirit Guide to play Chalice where X equals 1? Well, then I would say we just Prismatic Ending it. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. Now, here's where we're going to get punished and they somehow ramp out a Blood Moon. Just kidding. All right, Reclaimer. Hear me out. We crop rotate for fetch land. I have a plan. Basic Reclaimer. I don't know if I needed to do all those things. So lose all abilities but mana abilities. So you can't target. This can't blow anything up. Yeah, so don't I just... Don't I just get Dark Depths? No, because it'll come in and not have the thing on it. Okay, yeah. That makes more sense. Yes. Yes, Dark Depths would come in without any counters, and if I remove the Blood Sun, then I'm good to go. But it doesn't do me any good getting there. What are you going to go get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ensnaring Bridge. That is not ideal. So... is there even a reason to play? It would come in and have no counters, but I don't want that ability from Blast Zone. I'm just trying to draw naturally, I think. They have 6 cards in their hands. I'm not terribly worried. Sure. One, two, three, 4, 5 mana on their side. Like, what if they would have just gotten the boat? Okay, they have a new Karn. So they have an Ensnaring Bridge that we know of. Okay, they're pumping this time. Makes sense. None of this works. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. They could I think they should play the bridge first, and then they can get their Big Daddy. Chandra Big Monster. That seems like bad news for me. Yep. Go get Micus and Plattis. Yep. All right. So we lost to Blood Moon. Yikes. Okay, we will be on the play. I think Swords, Punishing Fire. I think I want the Prismatic Ending. Probably want Force of Vigor. Force of Vigor and my Wear Tear. And then do I just want them? Do I want random endurances for beats? Maybe. I don't feel like Bojuka Bog. See, that's the thing is, like, what cards are not as great? Bojuka Bog, potentially Tabernacle. Then again, if they are the play out like various goblin stuff, maybe Tabernacle will come in there. In either case, I feel like Karakas is, probably not what I want. So then we could say, okay, I can keep Punishing Fires to pressure, say, Karn. And now it's Prismatic Ending, Force of Vigor, Wear Tear for a Bojuka Bog, a Karakas. I have one basic. This is terrific. The swords are not doing me any favors. I guess Endurance, you're in. You're in the starting lineup. See what we can do. I mean, this is not fantastic, but Basic Mountain, Chromox. Do I get to transmute, Wear, and Tear? Seasoned Pyromancer, everybody's favorite, Seasoned Pyromancer. Come on, give me a target. Liquimetal Coating. Is this do me any good? I want to say no. Drew another Windswept Heat. Cool. Plus on that one. Yep. If you play some sort of enchant... That serves me right. Are you guys having fun? Walking Ballista is what you got? It is a threat, I guess. Sure. I mean, you have one in the sideboard. This is the kind of thing I would have gone for the boat, but yeah, we're done. They got us. Now, did I keep the opening hand because it said they had last played Karn Azorius Echoes? Yeah. So should I have looked at keeping a hand that was, I don't know, better against most people? Also, yeah. So that happened. All right, round number 5. We have learned some stuff. Some of that stuff is don't be a dungus. We are on the play. In the dark. I would like to Sylvan Library you, please. Force from them, pitching a Jace. Looks like some sort of control. Start to get some value going. I mean, overall, I'm shrinking my potential, and Schultz was warning me against shrinking that potential. Okay, we've been popped. Wasteland Bajukabog. With this kind of deck, So, blue-black Dimir control. Plenty of basics. This Wasteland, maybe I shouldn't have played Wasteland. Grove the Burnwellows might have been better in play with the fact that I'm going to be dredging. That makes sense. I don't think they can necessarily take advantage of the dredging. Baleful Strix, sure. A Blast Zone. Look at me! I'm playing fetch lands. I'm just going for value. I don't even know that this makes sense, what I'm doing. I mean, it probably doesn't. This is what happens when JP is tired and he gets goofy and he wastelands his Flagstones of Trocaire. I don't know if I played a land yet this turn. I did not. I think what I do next is put out that Grove of the Burn Willows as my land drop for the turn. Definitely over Blast. Yeah. It doesn't make sense because Blaststone isn't ticking up at all here. Missing not having an exploration effect, something like that is a little rough, but to work with the Light from the Loam engine. Dear opponent, imagine if you played a match of Magic the Gathering with me. Okay. Pass turn. More Strixen. I mean, Windswept Heath Wasteland. So we haven't hit any of the quote better targets yet. And I guess I can use Blast Zone to clear up, because this kills any permanent, non-land permanents with counters equal. So we can use that for purposes of, we clear out some Strix, etc., etc. Sorry, opponent. Sorry, no blocks. They got a lot of basics. Him. Let me tell you what, that could not matter less. Oh, they gave me the win. All right, so seeing blue-black from them, choke, Pyroblast, blue-black control. I guess, I mean, that's something for the Punishing Fires to do. Let's put those in the maybe category. These are the I want them in. And then we have... What are the right matchups to have more sphere resistance? I would think this is... Do they have Delve guys? Would Karakas be good against that? These mazes are potentially bad. Maybe I keep Caracas. I can keep Caracas. I can keep the Punishing Fires just so that I have something to do. Swords, Prismatic Ending, Tabernacle, and I give myself like a beatdown plan with Endurances just as a way to fight shenanigans. But they have Death Touch guys. How's that do me any good? They're blue-black, though. It's not like Wear Tear is going to work. Do I want Spheres in place of Endurance? Because if I'm the land deck, do I want Spheres? Don't mind me. I'm just over here not knowing what the crap I'm doing. Ghost Quarter seemed... Ghost Quarter could eventually do something. We won the first game. Opponent is on 1 basic island, 2 basic swamps, Force of Will pitching Jace, Fatal Push, 2 Baleful Strix. Him to Turok, you concede. I think that covered everything. Grixis control? I didn't consider the red. Look at this. We have everything we've ever wanted. If they moon us, I'm going to feel bad. I did not even put red into mind. Serves me right. Did not even consider the possibility of red. I saw blue-black. They didn't even have red fetches. They tricked me good. There was 2 Polluted Deltas and a Prismatic Vista. Mountain. No. They did not shuffle. I mean, our opponent is... they're playing fine. They're Gristlebrand Avatar. I mean, this feels pretty good with Exploration. So hear me out. I'd say I Pyroblast that so that they don't get the card, and then on my turn, I just Thespian Dark Depths. The real question is, do I just straight go for it? Like, would they even have Wasteland? Like, I've only seen these 2 basic lands. They could have a bounce spell or something. You know what I really well, no, I can't tap. I can't tap Dark Depths. I need to add Yavimaya to this deck. Because I've had a lot of can't tap my Dark Depths stuff. Can't tap Dark Depths, can't tap Maze of Ith, can't tap Tabernacle, stuff like that. That's true. Like, if they have Wasteland, you know, good job. I don't think it's going to get you out of it. Opponent might not be happy with this turn of events. But, I mean, I think it's pretty cool. Turn 1, Exploration. Turn 2, how about this? How about this? I think I have solved what I like about Magic. And it is the still had all of these. That's my favorite part of Magic, is the still had all these. Is there any reason not to do it end step? Make them do something, and then we just Life from the Loam back. I like Exploration. I like Fast Bond. I like Rampant Growth. Because I was thinking, you know, there was something going around like, what are the most fundamental decks to you, or what defined you magically? And it's like, I played a red-green snow deck that was absurd. What do you got? Sudden Edict. I will sacrifice this creature. So do I just go get it back? Force of Will. Got me. Now, can they punish me and exile my graveyard? Bajugabog. They're down to 2 cards. They did have an Edict. I believe there's only 1 Dark Depths in the whole deck. Maybe I would like to add a second one. I think if I clean up some numbers, we look at Glacial Chasm, we look at Yavimaya, I think I streamline it to 2 colors. The question about it is, do I get rid of the white to just be red-green? Narset? Oh! You hit the Life from the Loam? You dirty dog. I can't even make use of library now. They got me. They literally had perfects. And we're just sitting here waiting on drawing a land. So the question is, what did I take out? We have 1 endurance in. Let's slow down their ability to cantrip. Because if we can just kind of get something going, we have a lot of draws to get something going. They got a brainstorm over there. Jace is the card we're afraid of. That's fair. Jace could put us away. You're right. They did have red. Well, that's kind of brutal that I can't play any of my cards. Come on, lands. And they are playing the correct brainstorm. That's the only positive thing I see here. That is a lot of basics. A new Narset. Okay. Glad I didn't kill the other one, because then I would have just felt dumb. Ponder. So here's the question. Do I play it as a land? I think we play it as a land because then you have the utility later. And then we play it as a land, and then we at least get Sylvan Library in play. Or if I get Sylvan Library in play, depending on what they do, he's also just punishing fire. End step. Or I could start cranking this up. Then I lose my sphere. I think I want to have the Sylvan in play eventually. So I'm willing to go like that. Force a will. Jace. Come on. What's the... Crop rotation. If I need him to spend that mana so then I could crop rotate, right? That blue elemental blast. Yep. We need to find a way I don't know what that is. If a card would be put into the opponent's graveyard. So that would lose me that versus if I were to crop rotate, it would cost me 1. Huh, it's problematic. They're at 3 cards. Go to 3. Okay. So even if I had gone for the Punishing Fire, they still had Hydroblast for it? Yeah, so down to the last couple cards, it looks like they will claw all the way back. Hard Cast Force. All right, we're done here. All right. So they do still have creatures. They do still have planeswalkers, which would be reasons for both of those. Lot of basics. Lot of basics. Prismatic Ending could deal with walkers. I wasn't giving that any credit. Just one more thing that it could be. They are going to have other. All right, last game tonight. If we had a way to turn that, I just don't think it's enough. I think we keep this. We send back, from what I've seen, we send back Wasteland. Whoa. Nope. I was trying to play that my first turn. Throw that one away. Whew. Yikes. Pass the turn. Almost misclick City over here. Force of Will, Pyroblast. Let him. Okay. I don't know. I feel like this is forcible. Maybe it doesn't matter. All basics, all the time. I would love to kill that flagstone. They shuffled off the first ponder. And what does second ponder do? Did not shuffle second ponder. All right, I put my own shields down with Pyroblast. Let's see if that's smart. Excuse me. Endurance. Is that my only one? This is my only endurance. So green. Get Taiga to separate my colors. And a red elemental blast. Nice. May I have an endurance, please? I'll target you. They could just Fatal Push here, or not. Scalding Tarn couldn't get a basic there, but they still had it. Do they just not have anything going on? Endurance will clear out this Narset. What did I hit? Another exploration. Or no. That'd be my first exploration. Sylvan Library, but I'm not allowed to cast that one. That's brutal. They kind of have to deal with the endurance. Yeah, I think that was the right call. I can't stop it anyway. But now they know I have a Pyroblast. We can fetch in response. Fetch can make this guy a 3/4 if needed. They're paying costs. Force pitching a Snapcaster Mage. I think I fight this, right? See, I should have a snow-covered forest. I should have a snow-covered forest for Windswept Heath. You have a new Narset, okay. Very small cards on the screen right now. If you're having trouble from home, I don't blame you. I'm also at home. Spoilers. They found a Fatal Push. Down goes the Reclaimer. I mean, they have to, right? Oh, we had more options. What did we trigger? We triggered a new Mox. Well, I don't want that. But I only have 3. Let's clear Narset. That gets one less draw for them, I should say. It's going to be harder to get to whatever they're going for. And that'll shoot them to 8. On my turn, we fetch up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We go get Temple Garden. End step. That'll give me a little bit of an army. Look at us. We could be anywhere in the world, and we're here 3-2 in a league. All right. So there are things about this deck that I would change. I mentioned, what did I write down? Schultz Cubed made a good point earlier about Glacial Chasm being able to maybe save us in some situations. Yavimaya for the extra ability. A snow-covered forest, perhaps. But I don't know. Overall, I didn't hate any of this. Like, I liked the idea of prismatic endings. I would maybe take out the Grove of the Burn Willows Punishing Fire if I'm planning on using the prismatic endings and stuff. It's also hard once I start the Life from the Loam engine going, though. I'm going to flip over those removal spells, and maybe that's where Punishing Fire is better. But yeah, I thought this was interesting. This is the Naya take on it. I have definitely seen red-green versions, but I think some measure of this is what I am going to play in the event on Saturday. I honestly don't know what time on Saturday, so let's go look. Stay tuned. So at... Is there not a time? $10 a.m. Pacific is 1 p.m. Saturday. So 1 p.m. Saturday, I will be playing Anurag's OnZD MTG Invitational. It's interesting in that it's double elimination. I think maybe that would help something like this. Actually, when do I have to submit my deck? I have to submit my deck tomorrow, 5:30 p.m. Okay, so I have till 8 p.m. So we can still work on this. The idea, I'll talk about it in the Discord. So come join me there, !Discord. If you're watching on Twitch, thanks for watching today. If you're watching on the video later, hey, thanks for tuning in. And if you're catching this on YouTube down the road, come on over when I'm streaming. Usually it's Tuesdays and Thursdays, and come say hi. So I appreciate everybody for hanging out. Appreciate Mana Traders sponsoring the stream so that I'm able to rent decks like this. And shout out to my new team, Switch Gaming. I have not put my content up there yet, but I plan to be recording a league shortly, and it's the kind of thing you'll be able to find at swishgaming.com. Yeah. I don't know what else to say. Come find me on Twitter, jpintermtg. Come join my Discord. We're going to talk about this deck and see what I want to do with it. All right. Take care, everybody. Have a great night, and we'll see you next time.